Hello guys, what is up? My name is Dylan. Welcome to the Popcorn Podcast. This is episode number 80. We have got a show for you guys today. As you can see, we have not one, not two, but we have a full house. We have three guests, three of the biggest nerds to ever do it, I would say. Welcome back, guys. Henry, Eli, Sandy. It is a pleasure to be having you all three on the couch today for this exciting episode.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. How are you guys?
Great.
Good?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I see.
He said the thing. He said the thing. He's a comedian.
Classic. Oh, well, like I said, guys, it's a pleasure. It is going to be potentially one of the nerdiest, if not the nerdiest discussion we might have ever had on the podcast here. And of course, we're going to be talking all things the Fantastic Four First Steps. This review is slightly coming out a little later. I have been a bit busy myself. I've been away. I don't know if you can tell. Can you tell if I've got a tan or not? I have.
A little bit.
Okay, a little bit. Got back today, and as of when we are recording this, I just walked out of the cinema fresh after seeing the film. How many times have you guys seen the film already? Three. One, two, three. Oh, 1, 2, there we go. So we've got a nice spread of knowledge. Eli kind of be coming in with the Easter eggs. We shall see. But just want to take a second. Eli, what a costume.
I know. I got scammed, but yeah.
You got scammed?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
When I bought this, I thought it was going to be like the screen accurate one.
Oh.
And it's just the spandex version, but we didn't talk about that.
The woes of the cosplayer.
It happens, man. It happens.
Yeah.
But great opportunity to wear it. So.
Yeah.
Not a complete waste of money.
Yeah. And Henry, you're coming in with some uniform of yourself as well.
This is true. Dylan requested blue outfits, and the only blue outfit that I had was either a blue suit or a Superman t-shirt, and I didn't think either of those were really appropriate given the heat and then the topic of discussion. So I've come in my geekdom kick for a cause football shirt, the winning team's football shirt. I will hasten to add, look at these two. I'm repping the winning team, the Average Joes.
There you go. And Sandy looking suave as always in your...
Yeah, I know. You did say wear blue, but then I looked at my wardrobe, and the only thing Fantastic Four related I had was this.
Yeah, that will do.
Yeah.
That will do. I see some Silver Surfer in there as well.
Yeah, they're all there. Like
Damn.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Classic Eli.
There you go. And even if you're not wearing blue, you got the little blue tinge on you.
Yeah.
Anyways, blues aside, guys, usually how we would start episodes with new guests would be to ask them a round of quickfire questions. Of course, today's episode is quite special because it is going to be very much comic book themed, very much Fantastic Four themed. So I thought, guys, let's do a little round of quickfire questions. Let's go as fast as you can. First thing that comes to your mind, I'm going to hit you with some quickfire questions. I'm actually going to join in this time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sure. Do you want us to go?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Let's go Henry, Eli, Sandy, myself.
Cool.
And then we'll go in that.
We'll go around, bro.
Okay, first question, straight up. Favorite comic book film of all time?
Favorite comic book film of all time is The Incredibles.
Nice.
If that counts.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse for me.
Logan.
Dark Knight. Least favorite comic book film of all time?
Fan Four Stick.
The Dark Knight Rises. I know.
That's the episode, guys.
Screw Fantastic Four. Let's talk about Batman.
Sandy.
Also Fan Four Stick.
Me too. I've written the Fan Four Stick down as well.
Oh,
damn.
God, yeah.
First comic book film that you fell in love with?
Batman Begins.
Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire.
Nice.
Same. Spider-Man.
Same here. Wow,
Look at this.
Best of three here. Which comic book film has aged the worst?
X-Men 1. It's the first one that comes to mind. I love that. I love that movie,
nice.
But it is a product of its time.
Green Lantern, I think, has to be the worst. Age the worst.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna say Blade 3.
Yeah.
I
will say Blade 3 as well. I don't know why I put the Dark Knight down here. I must have misput that down. Biggest guilty pleasure comic book film.
Oh, I hate that I'm starting this out. Guilty pleasure comic book film. I'm gonna say. Come back to me.
Okay.
I'm going for Batman Forever.
Okay.
Yeah.
X-Men Apocalypse.
Nice. Mine is, I'm going to say it, Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it. It's so bad, but
I'll go with Batman Forever as well.
Nice.
I actually really like Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones in that movie. I gained so much ironic enjoyment out of that movie.
Fantastic. Wow.
Oh,
again, Eli, that's 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Most underrated comic book film.
Werewolf by Night. I think if that's in there, I don't see a lot of people talking about it, but I think it was really unique.
Sure.
I used to say Age of Ultron, but I think that's getting love now. So I'm going for the Wolverine, the 20.
Very nice.
that's a good one.
Very nice.
That's a good one. I was going to say X3.
Okay. Great final act. I just want to say. I put X-Men First Class. I know it's regarded as good. It's actually my favorite X-Men film, but there you go. Most overrated comic book film.
Ruffle
some feathers.
I was gonna say Age of Ultron or Civil War.
All right. Eli?
I'm going to go Deadpool Wolverine.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good shout. I was actually going to say Spider-Man 3 because a lot of people just love Spider-Man 3 and I think it's horrible.
Damn.
Yeah.
You really just don't like anything Seth likes, isn't it?
Me and Seth,
Literally, the prequels, Spider-Man 3.
Seth literally said to me the other day, he was like, it's a miracle I like you so much, despite the fact that we have so many disagreements on that.
Mine is Joker 2019. I think it's a good film. I think it's slightly overrated because when you have films like Taxi Driver and King of Comedy, I mean. Best comic book film trailer.
Endgame.
Okay.
I actually went Infinity War.
I also went Infinity War.
Yeah.
That first
I've got The Dark Knight Rises trailer 3. Check it out after this. Most visually stunning comic book film of all time.
When Dylan sends us these lists beforehand, and I quickly glanced over it, and I thought, oh, these are all easy. I know exactly what I'm going to say. I'd say Logan. Logan looks really nice. I like the way Logan looks. Yeah.
I have to say the Batman 2020.
Are animated ones allowed?
Yep.
Yeah, because I was going to say it's either going to be Across the Spider-Verse or Mutant Mayhem.
Mutant Mayhem's underrated shout. Yeah, I'm gonna go the Batman like live action. I think it's Greg Fraser, fantastic. Best comic book film score.
The Batman.
I went between the Batman or Man of Steel.
I was on Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Same. I was gonna go Dark Knight, but Man of Steel. I think I'm gonna.
The synergy's crazy.
Yeah. It's like now the theme tune for aura farming, because they have it right everywhere. You see it online. Greatest comic book film casting of all time.
Patrick Stewart as Professor X.
Oh, that's a great one.
I'm gonna go for what's the guy's name?
Good stuff.
Oh, it's great casting.
Great casting.
That bloke, yeah.
That bloke.
Him, yeah. His name's literally just on the tip of my tongue. It's J. Jonah Jameson.
J.K. Simmons.
J.K.
Simmons. Oh, that's great.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to
Really
J.K.
good.
Simmons as
Really
J.
good
Jonah
shout.
Jameson.
Yeah.
And J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon in... Yeah.
No?
Not that bit.
Why not?
Is he Commissioner Gordon in BVS?
Yeah.
He only in Justice League because he wasn't in BVS.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen like the Jim Gordon
God,
memes?
Yeah.
Guys get jacked.
guy lift.
I avoided like Robert Downey Jr. because I feel like that was like the elephant. I've just gone with Heath Ledger. There you go. Which comic book film character deserves their own solo film?
Well, I guess Channing Tatum as Gambit.
Oh,
I went for Nova.
Nova.
Been a Nova film, but following Sam Alexander as the lead.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I want to see like an Iron Fist Luke Cage Heroes for Hire.
Yeah. Good stuff. I think I'm ready to see eventually in a couple of years.
Yeah.
I want to see a Green Arrow film, man. I'm done with the TV show. I'm ready for the live action film.
I made an Arrow reference the other day.
Oh, yeah?
And all of the comments were an Arrow reference in 2025. What the hell is this guy on? I was like, yeah, no, that show took over the world for a while.
It really did. And my final quickfire question to you all, guys. What is your Mount Rushmore of comic book films?
The Dark Knight, Logan, Incredibles, and maybe Days of Future Past.
I'm going to clip that.
Into the Spider-Verse, The Winter Soldier, Logan, and The Batman.
Very nice.
Solid.
I'm gonna go for OG Superman, Chris Reeve, Mask of the Phantasm,
Very nice.
Spider-Man 2, and then the OG TMNT film.
Oh, he's being unique,
What,
this guy.
No,
Unique, not the animated, but the live action.
Yeah, the live
Ah.
action. Oh,
Live action
one.
TMNT movie?
No, the old one, not
Like
the
the
Not the one
80s
where they're
one.
in like the suits?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Where they're in the suit.
Goddamn.
And Phantasm, is Phantasm your favourite Batman film?
Yeah,
I think it's the best one.
I think it is easy.
It's so good. It's so good.
I love the animated series. I know we're going on a tangent.
go
I
on.
love the animated series. Phantasm is great. Phantasm, but if it doesn't feel like it feels like a really good 3-episode arc from the series. I just like when we talk about Batman movies, the main reason I bring up Phantasm is to speak about Kevin Conroy. Because
Yeah,
like he is
fair.
quintessential Batman,
Yes, he
I
is.
think.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I've gone with Superman, Richard Donner, Dark Knight, Endgame. I put in there just because of everything, and then Into the Spider-Verse just to throw in an animated film that even though it's close to The Incredibles. But yeah, there you go. There you go. Quick fire questions. That's a little bit of fun. Yeah, get some of the
I'm
juice
ready for
flowing.
That. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's get
good stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Some elbows are going to be thrown soon.
I'm so ready. I'm
Yeah.
so ready for the hot takes because I already know that we don't agree on a lot of stuff.
just about everything. Speaking of which, guys, if you don't know, after this episode, the next episode that will be released will be some Marvel and DC film hot takes that the four of us are going to be reacting to, debating, discussing. So be sure to check that out when it comes out. But for now, of course, we are gathered here today, not for a wedding, but instead to talk about
Fantastic Four.
Well, guys. So before the Avengers assembled, before the X-Men mutated into pop culture icons, there was Marvel's first family, the Fantastic Four. Created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby in 1961, they weren't just superheroes. They were explorers, misfits, and a walking sci-fi drama. Over the years, they've stretched across comic panels and onto the big screen, sometimes with more flame than finesse. From the forgotten 90s B-movie to the glossy but uneven 2000s duology, whatever happened in 2015, the Fantastic Four have had a rocky road to cinematic greatness. But now, with Marvel Studios taking the reins, expectations are high. Will this finally be the version that gets it right? Boys, let's break it down.
He's giving you a run for your money.
Yeah.
I know. This guy's
class.
good.
This guy started floating when I did a Superman intro.
Oh my God, I was like crying. It was crazy.
Yeah, this guy's
First experiences with Fantastic Four. Comics, movies, what was it? Henry, let's start with you then.
I think my first interaction with the Fantastic Four was watching Rise of the Silver Surfer. I hadn't seen the first film, but I was round at a friend's just at a sleepover. He was like, "Oh my God, you like the Marvel movies, right?" Yeah, I like the Marvel movies. Oh, well, watch this. Put Silver Surfer on, and I remember thinking, well, that was not very good. Even as a kid, I was like, I don't really get this movie, but now I will say I do have a newfound appreciation for that. Yeah. Those two films. But yeah, my first interaction was Rise of the Silver Surfer. Didn't really like it, so then I didn't watch the original movie for a while after that. So it's only really been in the past, like, I don't know, since I was 16 that I properly indulged in the Fantastic Four.
There you go. Eli?
I think I started off with the Silver Surfer TV show that used to go around, and then I watched an anime version of the Fantastic Four. I think it was called World's Greatest Heroes. I think something along those lines. Like the intro to that show was chef's kiss.
Peak.
And then I obviously watched the movies later on, and then 2015 happened, and then that's kind of been my story with the Fantastic Four.
Nice. And Sandy, yourself?
Yeah, mine was also Rise of the Silver Surfer. I just remember being unbelievably confused as to what was going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was such a weird mind fuck of a film, and that bit where the Silver Surfer tells the story of Zenlar through his abs.
Yeah.
I was like, is this something that they can all do?
Yeah.
Is this a power, cosmic power? I was so confused. Just everything.
When you say tells the stories, it's literally just one shot of a planet.
This is what
destroyed.
Galactus. I was like, what?
And I'm pretty sure it's the same, exact same planet getting destroyed in the like very first shot of the film, because like they just needed to like save the budget basically. Interesting. My first experience, I think, was the first film. I think I watched it probably around just after kind of the time of the Raimi films. Like it sort of got jumbled up in that kind of time for me. So I really enjoyed them as a kid. I remember Silver Surfer I really had a lot of fun with. I remember seeing that in the cinema. And then of course 2015 came about, and this was post Avengers, etc. So I was actually really excited to see how they would kind of reboot this, and it had like Miles Teller in it, who I was a big fan of. And I remember, because we always used to go as a group in school, like the same group of guys, we used to go watch all like the Marvel films, Star Wars films. And I remember Chris, the night before, I accidentally checked the IMDb like rating for the film, and it was like an abysmal like 5 something, and I was like, this can't be right. Like, there's no way this it's that bad, right? And then we went to the cinema, and I was like, oh my god, like, yeah, this is really not good. What the hell has happened here?
Hideous film.
Yeah, it really is. I rewatched it the other day, so it really isn't good. I'd say like the first half is just like bad, but it's not like awful. And then the second half happens, and then like the whole thing is just a clusterfuck. So
I think it's worse after they get their powers.
Yes, exactly. It is exactly that.
And then they become weapons for the government. And Ben
Grimm
is like destroying tanks in Iraq and stuff.
Yeah.
And clobbering time was like the catchphrase that his brother used to say when he used to beat him up.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
I remember the thing is, the one thing I was kind of like interested to see, because it was Josh Trank who directed that film. He directed a film called Chronicle.
Yeah,
I've seen this, which is a kind of found footage style film starring like Dane DeHaan and Michael B. Jordan.
Oh yeah.
And it's like these 3 kids, these teenagers who get superpowers, and it's like kind of realistic kind of take on it. And I see that he was trying to bring some of that element into the Fantastic Four, but just I think the studio got involved. It wasn't great. And then of course a long time has passed since then, and now the MCU have finally decided this is the time to bring them in. So I think suffice to say, sort of excited for this appearance.
I think collectively as a fan base, everybody was anxiously awaiting. I mean, it's, you know, first family, we're finally getting them in the MCU, and I think from the trailers and the aesthetics, it was a fresh. We were expecting a kind of like a fresh intro in the MCU, which was kind of much needed after this kind of fatigue of the phase, whatever the hell we're in. I was very excited for it because it felt so different. And I personally don't feel like I was let down, but I don't know about you two.
We're getting in there. We're getting in there. I think before we give our sort of verdict on the film, I'll do a little plot synopsis, and I want to give you guys a spoiler warning as well, because we are going to be discussing full spoilers across the entire film. So yeah, let's get into it. So, set against a dazzling 1960s inspired retro futuristic landscape, Marvel's first family stands on the brink of destiny. As they struggle to harness their extraordinary powers and hold their fragile family bond together, an unstoppable cosmic force threatens to consume Earth. The enigmatic Silver Surfer arrives as the harbinger of doom, heralding the arrival of Galactus, a ravenous god whose hunger could spell the end of everything. Now Reed, Sue, Johnny, and Ben must rise as heroes like the world has never seen before, facing their most colossal challenge yet, or watch everything they love be devoured by darkness. The film's directed by Matt Shakman and stars Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Eben Moss-Bachrach, Joseph Quinn, Ralph Ineson, and Julia Garner, amongst others. All right, guys, verdict. First steps.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10?
I gave it like an 8.
8 out of 10? 7.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I think I'm basically around the same. Eli, you said that you've seen this film 3 times now.
Yeah, 3 times.
Talk to me about your first time compared to your third time.
I think the first time I was super nervous because I was lucky enough to see like a sneak peek of the film. And those first 30 minutes, I think I was the only one that left that room unsure of where this film was going to go. And I genuinely was like worried. I was like, guys, this might not be the film that we think it's going to be.
Sorry, was it the first 30 minutes then?
It wasn't like the first 30 minutes in order, in like sequential order, but it's like random kind of scenes kind of picked together without spoiling too much, right? But it's in that I thought the acting was a bit stiff and it felt very rehearsed for a superhero film, like Reed particularly. So I left thinking, oh, maybe this isn't the Reed Richards we need and this isn't the Ben Grimm we're going to be expecting. But going into it the first time, those anxious emotions were like kind of flooding. And as soon as we leave the first 30-minute mark, I was like, okay, cool. Maybe this is what I thought it was going to be. It's going to be a lot better. And by the end of the film, I was pretty much very, very happy. And then the second time I saw it was obviously just for the Easter eggs. Third time was just for character analysis, and that was about it pretty much.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And Sandy, yourself?
Yeah, I was also very nervous going in because this was like an important film to me. Like, this is Marvel's first family, right? I've never been an Avengers guy. I've always been an X-Men and Fantastic Four.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've always been. The Avengers are. They're Marvel's
Say
beat
it.
it.
Say it.
Marvel's beat it, and they always have been. And
You're so right.
And it was just because Marvel had to sell off all of their most popular characters in the early 2000s that they had to make those movies. So I've never liked them. They're nobodies. All right, it's the X-Men and the Fantastic Four and Spider-Man and Daredevil. Those have been the people. And so I was like, oh, now they're coming back in to the MCU. Retrofuturism looks amazing. Different universe. Galactus the Giant Purple Man. Like the Silver Surfer's really hot. I'm like, I'm loving this. Don't disagree, it's true. I'm loving it. And yeah, I went in, I was super nervous, and I think like most of my expectations were met, and I had a good time. Like I came out feeling good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And Henry, yourself?
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I went in seeing everything on Twitter and everyone being like, oh my God, it's like the best thing ever. And like, it's not the best thing ever. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good. And I think personally, I enjoyed it more than Thunderbolts. I know we spoke about Thunderbolts.
We did indeed, yeah.
I enjoyed it more than Thunderbolts. It felt like a step in the right direction, but my main thing that what came out saying to my brother and my uncle was that would have been the perfect post-Endgame launch. I think if they'd have come out swinging with, right, Endgame's done, we're on now a different Earth, we're doing multiversal stuff. Oh my days, people would eat that up. And I think this, as much as this is brilliant, I feel like this is a little bit too, it's a bit too late. I think going straight from this is like our only really fully fledged multiversal thing. And we're going straight from this into a doomsday.
Yeah, like we're almost at the end of the multiverse saga.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, we've got one film that's set in a different universe. But that doesn't subtract from this being good. I just felt like there was a little bit of, you know, I don't know, not otherworldly, but big picture missed potential. Also, one of my major complaints is that I do not like Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards.
Ooh, okay.
I think he is far too charming. I like my Reed Richards to be a knobhead. I like him to be a bad we get like a bit of that in his whole, the options available and it's mathematical and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, we're nearly there, but I need you to be like a major knobhead here. Like you need to be so obsessed with your work and so consumed with your work that you're almost forcing Sue into the arms of Namor. I like knobhead Reed, and I think I just find him too charming. And I hear that they did away with some transatlantic accent that Pedro gave him, and he was like almost a bit played up into the corniness. And I thought that would have been cooler to see, because at the minute it does just feel like brainy Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I feel like he feels a bit too like smooth, whereas Reed's always been this like kind of cluttering like sort of mess a little bit. He's the smartest guy in Marvel, more or less, but he can't quite. He's not always got a total grip on his like relationship. So yeah, I completely hear you on that. And it's also a really interesting point you made is like, as late as this is, it would have been nice that if it sort of came straight after Endgame, it kind of feels, for me, it kind of feels almost as like a relief. Because for me, this is almost like Marvel's last kind of card. They could, like, where if this flopped, like where could you go after this? Like I don't know. But no, it was a huge relief. I really enjoyed the film. I literally just went to see it with some friends, with Chris, and you know, as people who haven't been, you know, gobsmacked by every single recent MCU project, as I'm sure many people are. It was, I'm like finally like yes, like you've got me back now. I thought the way that they sort of handled all the world building and how effectively they sort of just threw you into like already established characters, that we've done the backstory, we've done all this, and now they're basically just saving the earth. I thought that was great. I love the 60s kind of look and feel and time period to this entire thing, and I loved how they actually brought in the cosmic elements as well. I thought they did that pretty well. But I'll let Sandy actually take over on the whole cosmic side of that. What did you think of the Silver Surfer? What do you think of Galactus? Take it away.
We know what he thought about Silver Surfer.
Tell me you guys don't feel the same.
Oh, mama, when she was surfing on those cosmic rays, I literally went.
You're telling me, brother. Yeah, no. I love the fact that they've just gone so comic booky with this one. I just love it. Like after Galactus was like a giant cloud in Rise of Silver Surfer, it was lovely to see just a giant purple man with a purple helmet and
the coolest voice ever.
Cool
I will say, just to cut you off very shortly, Galactus is a huge giant cloud in Rise of Silver Surfer. There is one shot where he is approaching Earth and he's going past
you see like the shadow,
Saturn,
right?
and you see the shadow, and you see the silhouette of like how Galactus actually looks like the helmet, and I'm like, I love that.
Yeah.
Sorry, just a little nerdy point there.
I loved seeing the Tar-2. It was great to just... I made a video a while back. I was like, what if they show the Tar-2 in this film? And it was really cool to see that. Again, the Silver Surfer, I know people are upset about the whole... Because it's not a gender swap. It's a different character. But I just think she looked amazing.
Yeah, her character... Her
character was great as well.
Her character looked great.
I think they just nailed everything they needed to in terms of like cosmic Marvel, and also like the weird stuff they had, like the faster than light engine or whatever. That drive, just I think retrofuturism was an incredible way to go, and I loved seeing the fact that they were already. They already were in the space to be cosmic pioneers. Like they already built all this stuff, and they could already travel to space and travel to different like galaxies. Pretty much, it was just it was great.
Yeah. Henry, you mentioned Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. I wanted to ask you what you guys actually thought of the castings as a whole. Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, even Moss-Bachrach. Who do you think was the best casted, or who brought the most to their characters? If you guys all had to pick one of the four, who would you go for?
I think Vanessa is so. Yeah,
if I had to pick just one,
yeah,
it'd be Vanessa.
I'd actually maybe go Eben Moss-Bachrach.
Really?
It's between them two.
Yeah, I think so. Vanessa Kirby, I think she brings like such a... I mean, it sounds very cliche to say, but like she is very much the heart of the film. You know, she's the one bringing the most amount of emotion, and like I thought the whole like birth of Franklin like mid sort of huge sequence, and the sun and all, I thought that was like that was amazing. Like this is exactly what we want to see for a character as significant as Franklin Richards, and for what is to come. Even Moss-Bachrach as well, the motion capture was fantastic, and
I just wished it would be him for me if he just had more to do, because I do feel like he does get sidelined quite a bit in the second and third act, because they set up some really sweet stuff with the kids in the school and him and the teacher, and like I don't know, I just they didn't really have anything for him to do, which is a shame, but like we're saying, like Sue was the heart and did everything. Sue's really cool in this movie, and not to take away from Joseph Quinn, I was hesitant with him at first because I'm not on the Joseph Quinn train. Like I remember going to LFCC in like 2022 just after Stranger Things, and everybody was losing their minds over this guy, and I just haven't bought into it. But I thought he was really great, and it's also great that this film's highlighting Johnny is also incredibly bright.
Also, he's smart.
He has gone to space. There is a reason he is here. He's not Chris Evans 2005
right.
I was about to say esports. He's there playing Fortnite, X Games stuff and all that kind of thing. No, Johnny is also very bright, and I like seeing that side of him.
He's not just Reed's wife's brother.
Yeah. He's his own character, and I like that is also kind of his arc as well. I liked all of them, well, except Pedro. He can do one.
What did you guys think?
Sounds
of Pedro?
personal.
I think if he lost the moustache and wasn't very smooth, I think I'd have been more into it as well. But like, there's a scene where like he's speaking to Johnny, and when I first saw this clip out of context, it seemed very rehearsed, like he was just like reading the line and then he says it, right? But in context, it was a bit more fluid, but I wish he was just a bit more nerdy. I think he wasn't nerdy enough.
It doesn't feel like shit. I keep coming back to Namor because one of my early introductions to Fantastic Four was the Illuminati miniseries. It's like a 6-issue miniseries.
Yeah.
Great series if you read, but most of it is just Namor giving shit to Reed.
To Reed, yeah.
I don't feel like this man.
Show them.
This man right here is not going to get his wife taken from him by Namor because he's Pedro Pascal. He's too cool. I don't know. There was some things where he was going, I don't know. I don't know how to save him. And I think we're too early in the character's introduction for Reed not to know what to do.
Right.
We need to see that he is the smartest of the smart.
Yeah.
And I think the Reed, I don't know how to save them thing, let's save that for Doom. Because if Reed doesn't know how to save anybody, then Reed's just like, I guess he's just Tony Stark level of intellect, and that's just not the case at all. Yeah.
I mean, like, just to kind of build on your sort of criticisms for Reed, but also like when we spoke about Ben as a thing not really having much to do, I feel like for me that's kind of like the double-edged sword part of like throwing them into already being established. Because when you look at the Thing, the main kind of like commentary or conflict there is that kind of commentary on like mental health in terms of like you know, he becomes this thing, and then he sort of like, you know, it's about like loneliness and, you know, isolation and whatnot. But here he's very much that person who's like just there for everyone at all times. And for me, if I had one sort of criticism for the film, I don't think that the drama between the four was quite to what I was hoping it would be. If anything, that I don't think there was much drama. They always seem to always just be there for each other all times. No fights, no arguments. The first two sort of Fantastic Four films, or the ones in 2000s, not great films, but at least they did have that kind of back and forth between like Reed and Sue, or like, you know, Johnny and Ben, and like, you know, the most at which Johnny and Ben sort of get into sort of quarrel with each other is when they're like throwing toys at each other or whatever. And I'm like, there's a little bit more we can do here for these characters. But of course, as the film progresses, it sort of becomes less about, well, it's about family, but the character Franklin Richards really kind of heightens that in many ways, and it basically becomes about saving him. What did you think of visually? Visual effects, CGI.
Weird Twilight baby.
It was a horrible looking baby.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
I think Vanessa Kirby said in an interview, I don't know why she's American, there was an actual baby on set with us. I was like, you wouldn't be able to tell, because that thing does look like the little kid out of Twilight.
I thought they weren't allowed to have, like, the reason it was a CGI baby was because they weren't allowed to have a baby that young on set.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
So I was like, I get it, but if they had a baby there, why does it look diabolical?
It's very minimal hours you can have it.
Exactly.
Right.
I think the film, for the most part, looks gorgeous. Like, it looks amazing. Like, even all the space stuff. Yeah. I'm like, oh my god, Marvel! Like, you're finally listening. Like, you're giving the VFX art. It looks like you're giving the VFX artists much more time and whatnot. Like, because the rendering looks amazing. Like, you know, the first time we saw Julia Garner as a Silver Surfer, people were like going crazy. Like, what the hell? This looks shit. But like, you look at her now, she looks much better. Like, she looks great. But it seems like with the sort of closer stuff, with the baby stuff, they just haven't really quite cracked out.
They just gave up there.
Yeah.
It is mental that you come out of that film and at least I'm going, oh my god, we could like actually see the Celestials, like, again, like give me more like otherworldly massive CG stuff, but please God, never show me another child like up close. You know, it is a little bit of an odd juxtaposition. Really. Is it what am I yapping about? You know, not the Celestials. You know, like the Living Tribunal and all of that. What are they called?
Chris, Living Tribunal.
Yeah, you know, like the Living Tribunal and the guy that grants Gore's wish and all that.
Are they called? They're called
the Beyond.
Right?
They're called. Are they Celestials?
Is it like a council of something?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, they're not the guy. They're not the folks in the
Eternity and the Living Tribunal and all of that. But it makes me want to see
from Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
The abstract.
Infinity, Eternity.
Living Tribunal.
But it makes me want to see that other high concept sci-fi stuff because of Galactus just looking as cool.
Yeah, Galactus, yes. Ralph Ineson, who comes in, he is like a really like quite low-key actor, does A24, like works a lot with Robert Eggers.
Yes.
His voice though is the thing that is distinct about it.
Right? I was going to say, the bitch, his voice is just, that's the guy.
It is, isn't it?
God.
When I'm like in my 50s, he's from up near me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he sports leagues as well. Oh my God, I'm gonna start smoking and drinking like a fish.
Just do it.
Just to lower my voice to get to that like.
That's not bad.
That was good.
That was pretty good.
I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, amazing. And Johnny as well. Johnny, like you were saying before, a lot of the time we've just questioned him as just sort of being this hothead. We don't really know why he's there other than he's just related. But in this film, he is an active participant. He cracks the Silver Surfer. He cracks via
one sentence.
Sentence.
It is a bit like
that. I didn't fully grasp that.
I'm like, you're a scientist. You're not a linguist.
Yeah, right.
But it shows that he's smart, and I like that.
Yes, exactly.
I do also like the visual of the Golden Records. I thought that was a very cool visual.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have fleshed him out a little bit. I will say, in regards to like the Johnny Ben stuff in this film, I would take 2005 Johnny Ben over I really like their relationship in that.
Yeah.
And I do kind of like, as much as we rag on Chris Evans just being like, I kind of like horny 2005 Chris Evans Johnny Storm. Like,
it was for a time, and it worked for the time.
I kind of disagree on that. I think their dynamic in this one, I preferred to the bickering they had in Fantastic Four and Rise of the Silver Surfer, only because when they were working together in this film, it actually felt like, we're not rushing anything. Like, we can see they've been a unit for a while. I don't know if you guys read the tie-in comic that they released, but in that they give us this version of them where like they're bickering, they're arguing, but they quickly come to realize, like, I think it's why Ben seems so solid in this one and is not like feeling very lonely. They quickly form that union as a four, and I just think it works better for them to be connected if they're going to be facing so much more cosmic, otherworldly things. And like, if they're having to bicker amongst themselves, I don't think it's that important when you have things like Galactus, incursions happening. You'd rather have them solid. So them establishing that now, I think, made a lot more sense than having them go against each other. But then obviously the downside of that is now Reed looks a bit like less smart. Because now he's not like on top of his game. But I did prefer their dynamic in this one than the other films.
That's what I was thinking, to be fair, because I feel like that's the issue with them diving in, like, I don't know how many years, like 4 years into being the Fantastic Four. We've had 4 years of Reed knowing what to do at all times, and now obviously Galactus, so we have to show that he doesn't know what he's doing. But that's the first time we ever see him like that. So
Can I just say, on the topic of four, I was thinking about this when you were doing your intro. The people who are running these films are really missing a trick by releasing them in 2005, 2015, and now 2025.
I didn't even.
They're missing it by a year.
They're missing a trick.
It's just dyslexics everywhere. Sorry.
There was a film called, an animated movie called 9 that released on the 9th of the 9th, 2009. And that's so cool. Why didn't this release?
To be fair though,
in 2024? Do you know what I mean? Like, it just
at the end of
would
this,
be cool.
there's 5 of them, right? So it's 5.
Yeah, but they're not going to rename it to the Fantastic Five. Isn't that an Enid Blyton book?
Yeah, that's a famous 5.
No, famous 5.
Famous 5.
Those are my guys. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's go on adventures in the English countryside.
Brother, sign me up.
One thing I was thinking about after the film was a criticism I had was sort of going on from like the whole idea of the film kind of just locks into place sort of very conveniently. The unit are very like just there for each other all the time. But also when Galactus kind of makes his presence known, or the Silver Surfer makes her presence known, and the whole world is sort of freaking out, immediately sort of Reed, I guess the four kind of just sort of say to the world, you need to kind of build these teleportation devices, and everything kind of just happens conveniently, and all the countries kind of just work together, even though they could all be like it just,
even though they could all probably work together and steal the baby. and also
Right.
get, you know what I mean?
Right. What I'm saying is like I don't want to be like that
This is what I
smart
would
ass
do.
who what kidnap a baby.
If a Galactus were threatening my world and me,
I
I'm
thought
saying
this.
I'm kidnapping a baby. I'm sorry.
Reed also looks like an idiot because he comes off of the
says-
the spaceship and goes, "Yes, so you're all gonna die because we're not giving Galactus our kid."
Yeah.
I would like run. I don't care if Big Rock Man's in my like. Do you know what I mean? I am grabbing that child and chucking him up to Mars. Like,
Just say you ran away. Just say you ran away.
100 Men versus Ben Grimm.
but I do agree with you. It's like it is very quick. It's very like it feels a bit rushed.
Yeah.
I like the fact though that in within all of these courtroom scenes or like the UN presumably. You
Future
see
Foundation.
the Future Foundation,
Yeah.
You see the Latveria chair.
Yeah,
Flag
yes,
as well.
yes.
And the
We
flag.
gasped when we saw that. He's not
and
not
it's
there.
empty.
And it's
Also,
empty.
Yeah, and also that where it's supposed to be, they didn't have a teleporter device there either. So
Oh, really?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No.
Well, there you go. That's
No.
what you get when you watch
Fuck
it
'em,
3
they can
times.
just stay in the Milky Way and
He
get
just wasn't
eaten.
with it.
Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say is like I'm not looking for like some deep political kind of conflict going on or to explore more of that, but it does feel just a bit too like oh, there you go, guys, and like the whole world's gonna finally come together. I get that they were trying to go for a more kind of like environmental thing of like the population working together to kind of save the world. I did see that kind of thing there, and I thought that was cool. But just the way in which it was just also sort of convenient, I was like, I don't know about that. Yeah. Overall, solid film. We're happy.
Yes.
End credit scene.
Yeah, cool. I remember seeing on Twitter again, I will say Marvel fans go a bit feral, and it being the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
It's like we knew this was we knew what it was gonna be, and like it was.
Yeah.
It's cool.
We know because it's not like Thanos grabbing. It would have been cooler to have maybe seen him like put the mask on. Also, a shadow, you don't need to see his face, just the cloak, and then maybe put the mask on, because that would give the same vibes as like, fine, I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I thought it was cool, but we already kind of knew. So
For me, I think it was the reveal that he was going after Franklin. I think that's what made me be like, whoa. Is that he was going like, well, I mean, we know why, because Franklin's got the power cosmic, but I was like, oh, so it felt a bit like, have you guys read Unthinkable? Where he sort of like brainwashes and kidnaps Valeria, who, by the way, Valeria is way cooler than Franklin. Fuck that guy. But obviously Franklin's the important one, so it has to be Franklin. But it felt like that. I was like, I want to know what's going to happen there.
yeah.
That's what intrigued me.
Do you think it'll be Franklin making Battle?
I
What's
think
called
so.
Battle
World?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, we'll have to wait for the end of Doomsday.
We will indeed. How does the film make you guys feel going into the next couple of MCU? Well, the next MCU's film, I think, is Brand New Day, isn't it?
Yeah.
And recently, as Eli and I were discussing just before the shoot, we've been seeing quite a bit of that stuff. Eli, you shaking your head?
People need to stop. I think they're doing too much. Like, I think what Marvel did, releasing the tease of the suit, would have been fine for this year. And then, like, the Tom Holland clip where he's actually showing us the suit should have come out, like, maybe at the end of the year or next year. But then the people going to set and recording and taking pictures and stuff, like, come on, guys, you take it for yourselves, but don't post it, because you're ruining the story for every other person, is my opinion. Like, obviously, have the pictures, have them on your phones, whatever, but you posting them online and not, like, spoiler tagging them. Like, I've seen way too much that I need to know, and I'm kind of already starting to piece together the film and, like, who the villains are based on, like, official announcements. Just let the marketing team do their thing, man. Like,
well, to be fair, I do think, if they wanted to keep it a secret, they wouldn't be filming on like busy Glasgow streets, and
true.
I think they're definitely playing into it because they know this is a big deal, and I think given the fact that Fantastic Four's taken a bit of a nosedive at the box office, and it's only been out for like two.
Has it actually? I haven't been following because I've been away.
It did like 11 mil.
it dropped by like 60%.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy.
But they know that people will get behind this. Like, a Brand New Day will be a financial hit.
It'll be a billion.
Spider-Man.
Because it's Spider-Man.
Of course it will be. But they need to raise some hype around it, and I definitely think they're banking on this initial like wave of it to carry people into Brand New Day, because even in my head, I thought that to be fair, I do think they've only brought it up release date wise recently, but I had it in my head that it was Doomsday.
The next one was Doomsday.
Yeah.
It's because they moved Doomsday back.
Yeah,
because they're still writing the script.
So they need people to not. It's almost like they're remarketing it. They're shifting focus from like, yeah, everybody's so excited for Doctor Doom and Multiversal, and oh my god, Robert Downey Jr. chair reveal. Now they need to shift focus to, oh well, Tom Holland's back. Let's put all of this in, and it's a shame that they're relying on these marketing things without letting typical marketing trailers, reveals, all that kind of speak for themselves.
Yeah.
I think the tease they released like the day before yesterday was fine. Like just like how the suit looks and like that kind of thing. I was hyped. I was more than hyped. And in 10 minutes, my whole feed was filled with that already.
Yeah.
Right now, this is just too spoilery. Like they're showing logos of like things that if you've seen it before in a game, in a comic, you're gonna
game. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Even I saw that. I was and I haven't even been following it that much, and I saw it and I was like, oh, fuck's sake.
Even what they're shooting feels like a cutscene.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. My final question to you guys before we wrap the review section up is, we've had 4 major blockbusters over the past couple of weeks. We've had F1, we've had Jurassic World Rebirth, we've had Superman and Fantastic Four. How do you rank them? Sam, you want to go first?
Oh, okay. I actually think, for me, it might be F1 at the top, to be fair.
Yep.
It might actually be F1, just because I think the action was just like, the plot felt very standard, but the action was just beyond amazing.
Yeah.
And then it's either Fantastic Four or I think it's probably Fantastic Four, then ever so slightly below that Superman. And then there's like a fairly significant drop off, and then you get to Jurassic World.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think I'm in agreement with you. Eli? Same?
I haven't seen F1.
Oh yeah, F1's great.
I will preface this. I need to see Superman in a setting that isn't with like 10 of my friends who are all ridiculously hyped
all
for
in the
it.
same row.
Yeah, all in the same row. But at the minute, I would say that I preferred Superman over Fantastic Four, and then, as Sandy rightly said, 6 feet underground.
I sat next to you during that screen.
Yeah, what we spent the whole time.
Yeah.
I think
and you were like, Dylan, how long's left? And I was like, how long is this movie? And I was like, I think it's like 2 hours 50. 2 hours 50. I was like, Henry, film's on.
How long are we in? I do a thing when we watch terrible movies. I don't know if I did it in Fantastic Four, where like, I think I must have been with you guys before, but if it's like a terrible movie where it tries to make a joke that doesn't land, I will make a point of sitting there in a silent cinema and go, ah ha 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 ha, and that happens all the time at the minute.
That's Jurassic. Well,
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. That was our review, our reaction to the Fantastic Four First Steps. Do let us know what you thought of the film down below in the comment section. We are now, of course, going to be playing some games. The first of which is a brand new game that I am premiering on the podcast right now. It is a game that most people are familiar with, but just never on the podcast. So here we go. Game number 1 is 2 Truths, 1 Lie. Guys. So I'm going to read some facts about Marvel, DC films, and you're going to tell me which is the lie in the 3 statements, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So here we go. 2 Truths, 1 Lie, comic book film edition. Let's go. Firstly, guys, do you guys want to play this together this round, or do you want to go separately? I've got 6 rounds.
Is there a round where we can go against each other?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Should we do this first one together?
Yeah.
You want to do the first one together?
I was going to say together, yeah.
Let's do it together.
Let's make it a competition. All right.
Of course, I was so nervous for this episode when I saw that it was going to be a comic book specific one, because these 2 nerds right here are 2 of the biggest nerds.
Don't exclude yourself from this.
No. No. I'm a nerd, but I'm like, I wouldn't say my lore knowledge is up to the standard of these 2. Like, I go to these 2 for my lore knowledge, so I am nervous for this game.
I'd actually disagree, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. Yeah, we'll do it on our own then. Who cares?
No, we're doing it together.
No,
Let's see.
Yeah, this first one.
Let's see. Because this should be fairly straightforward, but we'll have a go. Okay, so first up, Hugh Jackman has played Wolverine in 10 different films. Second statement. Batman vs. Superman was originally going to be titled The Dark Knight vs. The Man of Steel. And the third statement. Brie Larson filmed her Avengers Endgame appearances before even having a completed script for Captain Marvel. Which one is the lie?
I'd swing towards the second one.
I think the third one's definitely true.
I think the BVS one is...
I think that one's probably the lie, because I feel like there's got to be 10 films that Hugh Jackman's been in.
He's been
minimum. I'd almost say.
He's been in 10. He's been in 10.
He's already done the math.
What was the wording of the question?
Hugh Jackman has played Wolverine in 10 different films.
That's specifically 10.
10 different films. Yeah.
3 X-Men,
3 Wolverine.
3 Wolverine, and then we've also got he was in
Deadpool.
First Class.
Wolverine,
He was
First
in
Class.
Deadpool, Wolverine.
Yeah.
He was in
He was
Apocalypse.
in Apocalypse and Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that it?
That's it. That's all he's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
What about the post-credit scene in Deadpool 2? Because it wasn't actually just him. Well, it doesn't matter because I feel like the second one has to be the lie.
I got to push you guys for time.
I'm going to swing to say...
They would never title it
Batman.
The Dark Knight vs. Man of Steel.
That's the lie.
That is correct.
Okay, come on.
Batman vs Superman was not going to be titled Dark Knight vs Man of Steel. I think it was a pretty big mouthful. Anyways, up next we have Black Panther debuted in a Fantastic Four comic. Chris Evans turned down the role of Captain America twice before accepting it. And the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack was chosen entirely by the director, James Gunn, without any studio input.
Second one's
I
a
think the
lie.
second one. Yeah.
Second one's a lie.
Second one's a lie? That is incorrect.
Whoa.
The lie is
The third one.
the third one. The Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack
you're
was chosen
joking.
entirely by the director without any studio input.
What was the studio input?
Well, the soundtrack was curated by director James Gunn, but had some studio involvement. That's all. It's a little twist.
That's the wording.
Yeah, it's the wording. Remember, you got to listen very carefully, guys. So Chris Evans turned down the role of Captain America twice before accepting it. This is true. So before ultimately accepting it, he was hesitant due to concerns about the potential impact of fame on his life. After turning down a nine film deal and then a 6-film deal, he visited Marvel Studios but remained hesitant. A phone call from Robert Downey Jr. helped him decide to take the role.
Fair.
And yes, Black Panther did appear first in a Fantastic Four comic. In Fantastic Four number 52 in 1966. This issue, along with 53, introduced the character to the Marvel Universe. There we go. Right, up next. The Flash's super speed scenes in the TV show, the CW show, are filmed using a high-speed camera that shoots thousands of frames per second. Deadpool was originally created as a villain for the X-Men comics. And Tom Holland found out that he got the role of Spider-Man through Instagram.
The first
I
one's
think it might be the
false.
first one.
Yeah.
Because I just think that's Grant Gustin
Just
running on the spot.
You going for the first?
I feel like the second
You say
one.
high speed camera? Yeah, that's the one. That's the lie.
That is correct. So the Flash TV show uses CGI and other effects, not ultra high-speed cameras. Deadpool is initially depicted as a supervillain of the New Mutants and X-Force through the later stories would portray him as an anti-hero. And after Tom Holland's final audition, they said, "You'll find out tomorrow." Fast forward 6 weeks, I was still waiting. And then one day Marvel just posted it on their Instagram. There you go. There you go. All right, up next. Logan was nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. Margot Robbie learned how to hold her breath underwater for over 5 minutes for Suicide Squad. And Ryan Reynolds paid out of pocket for some Deadpool marketing.
Oh, we're finding the light.
I think it might be the first.
Yeah, Logan, I don't think got nominated for Best
Did he not
Picture.
get Best Picture?
I don't think it did.
I very much doubt it.
What was that? 2017 it came out, right?
Yeah.
No, that's the lie.
That is correct. So
Yeah.
Logan was nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay, not Best Picture. Margot Robbie worked with a freediver and was able to hold her breath for 5 minutes during training, though the actual scene only required a minute of breath holding, according to reports. She initially aimed for 3 minutes, but got competitive and pushed herself further. And yes, Ryan Reynolds did pay out of pocket for some Deadpool marketing. Specifically, he paid for the screenwriters to be on set during filming because 20th Century Fox wouldn't cover the cost. He essentially used his own salary to ensure that the writers were present and involved in the creative process. Okay. Up next, we have Henry Cavill missed his Superman casting call because he was playing World of Warcraft. Zoe Saldana had never seen a Marvel movie before being cast as Gamora. And Robert Downey Jr. improvised the line, "I am Iron Man," in the first Iron Man film. Which one is the lie?
The first one.
The first one?
Yeah, because that third one's true, and I think the second one's true as well.
Yeah.
That is incorrect.
Whoa.
So the lie is Zoe Saldana had never seen a Marvel movie before being cast as Gamora. She had. Henry Cavill, this is true. Henry Cavill missed his Superman casting call because he was playing World of Warcraft. But it wasn't. I know, right? But it wasn't his like the sort of call to audition. It was the call to say he got it. So he'd technically the decision had been made.
Yeah.
So he was gonna get it anyway. But I think I remember him saying the story in Graham Norton where he was playing World of Warcraft, and then like at the last second he saw like Zack Snyder's name come up on his and he was like shit, and he picked it up. And for Iron Man, the original script did not have Tony Stark reveal his identity as Iron Man in that specific way. During the filming of the final scene, Robert Downey Jr. decided to say "I am Iron Man" instead of the scripted lines. Okay, last round. Before Zack Snyder, Ben Affleck was originally approached to direct Man of Steel. Paul Rudd was originally cast as Star-Lord before being Ant-Man. And Hugh Jackman was almost fired after a week on X-Men 2000. Which one is a lie?
I think the first one's a lie.
All of those sound like they could be true.
They all sound like
I think the first one's a lie. What has Affleck directed that would make him qualified for...
At the time.
The Accountant.
Yeah, but at the time.
Yeah,
That
in like
Batman
2016.
he was going to direct.
Here's a little trivia. So
That's that one.
Man of Steel came out in 2013, I think it was.
Yeah.
Affleck directed Argo, which won Best Picture at the Oscars in 2011, 12. Just FYI.
Yeah, because he's a decent director.
Yeah.
And
He is.
he would have been known by then. But I don't know if he had done.
You should watch The Town. That's a great film.
That's a good film. Very good
Yeah.
movie.
I believe the Paul Rudd thing. I think he might have been in line for it.
Paul Rudd as Star-Lord. I can't see that.
It's weird because he was Ant-Man.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming either. I don't know.
And what was the last one?
Hugh Jackman was almost fired after a week on X-Men.
Yeah, I believe
I feel
that.
like that's got to be true.
Yeah,
I'd say the Affleck thing.
I'm saying the Ant-Man thing.
Oh shit!
And it's up to you,
I'm
Sandy.
splitting the vote. I'll say the Ant-Man thing.
Okay.
Is the lie?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Oh.
So before Zack Snyder, Ben Affleck declined the offer. He ultimately became known for playing Batman in the DC Extended Universe, a role that came later. Affleck felt unsure about his ability to direct large-scale, effects-heavy superhero films at that point in his career. Paul Rudd was originally cast as Star-Lord before playing Ant-Man. It's a lie. Hugh Jackman. Yes, Hugh Jackman was nearly fired from his role as Wolverine in the first X-Men movie. He was told that the studio and director were concerned about his performance and whether he was capturing the essence of the character, according to movie news sources. However, his wife encouraged him to trust his instincts, and he ultimately won over the studio with his performance, according to interviews and entertainment news articles. There you go. Well, that was game number 1. 2 truths, 1 lie.
Every day's a school day.
There you go. This is going to be a very educational games round. So, game number 2, guys. This one is called Guess the Comic Book Film from the Opening Line.
Ooh.
Do you want to play together or separately?
I'm just going to say I just want to play together.
Yeah.
You want to play together? I'm not going to allow it together the entire way. You're going to have to face off at some point.
Oh,
Yeah.
seriously? Oh, okay.
Some point.
Well, we can buzz.
Okay, sure. We can do
You wanna
that.
buzz?
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
we
let's
can
do that,
buzz.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Chris, do you want to be the judge on who buzzes first?
No.
All right, cool. So, the first opening line. This one's quite lengthy, so let me finish and we can get there. I always wondered why nobody did it before me. I mean, all those comic books, movies, TV shows, you think that one eccentric loner would have made himself a costume. I mean, is everyday life really so exciting? Are schools and offices so thrilling that I'm the only one who fantasized about this? Come on, be honest with yourself. At some point in our lives, we all want to be a superhero.
Buzz. Kick-Ass?
Correct.
Yes,
There you go.
come on!
My mind was just in Marvel and DC.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
That's all very, like,
That's what I was thinking at
yeah.
first as well, yeah.
Okay, less lengthy on this one. Simply, once mankind accepted a simple truth that they were not alone in this universe. Could be anything.
Was that a buzz?
Craig.
Alone in the universe. Oh damn! Is that it? That's the line.
That's the line.
I think there's a couple options I got. Buzz, Green Lantern?
Incorrect.
No.
Buzz. Dark Phoenix.
Incorrect.
Can I buzz again? Oh no,
Eli.
We'll let Eli buzz first. Yeah.
I'm gonna go for Not Alone.
Once mankind accepted a simple truth.
Is that Black Panther?
That they were not alone in this universe. That is Thor from 2011. That is the voice of Anthony Hopkins. Odin narrating.
Okay, yeah.
Jeez.
Up next, we have mutation. It is the key to our evolution. It has enabled us to evolve from a single-celled organism to the dominant species on the planet. This process is slow and normally taking thousands and thousands of years. But every few hundred millennia, evolution leaps forward.
Buzz
X-Men.
Yeah, there we go. There you go.
I was like, why is no one saying anything? Your face.
Right, up next we have There's something wrong with me. An emptiness. I thought it started when my sister died, but now it feels like something bigger. Just a void. Or maybe I'm just bored.
Buzz. Thunderbolts.
Correct. There we go. All right, up next. I want a car. Chicks dig the car. This is why Superman works alone.
Buzz. Batman and Robin.
That's correct.
Yeah. Unlike the opening of Batman Forever, which is I'll get drive-through. Shall I keep your dinner warm, sir? I'll get drive-through.
Oh, you love it. And finally, the last opening line we have is the Tesseract has awakened. It is on a little world, a human world.
Buzz. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I'll let you answer it first, but I'll finish the thing. They would wield its power, but our ally knows its workings as they never will. He's ready to lead, and our force, our Chitauri, will follow. The world will be his, the universe yours, and the humans, what can they do but burn?
Avengers 1.
That is correct.
Yeah,
There we go. The Chitauri. That was game number 2.
Good.
Solid. I don't know who got what on the scores, but I think it was pretty even.
Yeah.
That was pretty even. Let's go 2-2-2. Yeah, nice. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. This one, you're going to face off against each other. There is no team here. This is every man for himself. So this is, guess the comic book film character from their alternate alias.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait, alternate?
Alternate alias.
Okay.
So, for example, if I said the Man of Steel, you would say
Superman.
Right.
The caveat here is these are I think going to get increasingly more difficult as we go. So who would like to start?
Oh, I thought.
Should we just shout out?
Just shout out.
No, but I'm going to go Eli, Sandy, Henry.
Oh God. Okay. I'll go.
And then you can say pass, and then it can go to the next.
Okay.
See.
I can start.
Okay.
Yeah,
right. So Henry, you're up first. Can you guess the comic book film character from their alternate alias? So here we go. The Caped Crusader.
Batman.
Okay, Eli. The Sorcerer Supreme.
Doctor Strange.
The God of Mischief.
Loki.
The Emerald Archer.
Green Arrow.
The Living Vampire.
Blade.
No. Sandy?
Morbius.
Correct. The Clown Prince of Crime.
The Joker.
The Merc with the Mouth.
Deadpool.
The Mad Titan.
Thanos.
The Man Without Fear.
Daredevil.
The Devourer of Worlds.
Galactus.
The Golden Avenger. What are you guys looking?
Sentry.
Nope.
Booster Gold.
Nope.
Thor.
Nope.
Hyperion.
Nope.
The Golden Avenger. Iron Man.
Yep. Correct.
At first appearance, he was gold.
He was gold. Yeah. You're not wrong.
The Boy Wonder.
Robin.
The Cosmic Cowboy.
What the fuck is that? Am I the only one? Do you guys know that one? The Cosmic
like
Cowboy.
Try and crack it.
It's very...
What vibes does that give you? What character?
Cosmic Cowboy. Is
Cowboy?
it Marvel, DC? DC.
That is Marvel.
Oh.
Ghost Rider. I don't.
Nope.
I'm thinking...
Henry?
Silver Surfer.
Nope.
I'm thinking Star-Lord.
That is correct. Star-Lord. God of Light.
Am I just having...
It's getting harder.
God of Light.
Do you guys know this?
Not a
Okay,
clue.
cool. Okay, God of Light.
God of Light.
I'm just going to throw Hyperion out there again. No.
Henry?
God of Light. Sentry.
Nope.
I'm thinking Dr. Light from DC.
Nope.
but-
It is
Can you tell us-
DC.
it's
It is
DC.
DC.
God of Light.
God of Light.
Oh.
You already said Dr. Light, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got an idea.
God of Light, DC. I feel like I should know this.
God of Light. God of Light.
It's not Green Lantern.
It is Green
It is
Lantern.
Green
It is
Lantern.
It is Green Lantern.
What?
Brightest day in Blackest night. The Professional.
The Professional.
The Professional.
Sounds like a Jason Statham.
I'm the beekeeper.
I'm the working man.
the librarian.
I'm the professional.
Where's the hive?
The Professional. Detective Chimp.
No. Eli?
Can
Any
you tell
ideas?
if it's Marvel or DC?
I'll do it after you've all
Oh,
guessed.
okay.
The Professional. Nothing. I got nothing.
No? Sandy?
Constantine?
Nope. Okay, now you guys free for all. Whoever shouts first. It is DC.
The Professional.
Dr. Fate.
Nope.
Let's just rattle some off.
Yeah.
He says.
Oh yeah, I said rattle. Yeah.
Hero, villain.
Villain.
Okay.
Oh, villain.
The Professional.
Lex Luthor.
Vandal Savage.
Nope.
Ra's al Ghul.
Nope.
The Professional. Victor Zsasz.
Lady
Nope.
Shiva.
Nope.
Maxwell Lord.
Okay, I'll give it to you. That is Deathstroke.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're gonna cook us.
All right.
Yeah, wait,
we
yeah, no,
we
yeah.
did.
Whose
Alright,
was
yeah.
that? Was that yours, Henry?
That was his.
Yeah.
Okay, Eli. The Demon's Head.
Oh.
Ra's al
Oh,
Ghul.
yeah.
That was all good. Sandy. Daughter of the Demon.
Talia.
Correct. Henry. The King in Black.
Oh, Null.
Yes. Very well done. Eli. The Living Weapon.
Arsenal?
Nope.
No, I don't know.
What did you say? Sorry.
Arsenal.
Sandy. The Living Weapon. Henry looks like he's almost got it.
Oh.
Wolverine?
Nope. That was good.
I thought it was Wolverine. The Living Weapon. I'm thinking martial artists.
I feel like I know
Iron
this.
Fist.
Correct.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And Sandy, last but not least, Breaker of Worlds.
Breaker of Worlds. Oh, Hulk.
Correct.
Ah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good try. You did
That was
it. Oh, you
good.
did.
That was good. How was that?
That's good.
Good fun.
That's a good
Good
game.
fun. Good
game.
fun.
Good fun.
Right. Game number 3, guys. We're going to take a step back from the world of comic books. We're going to do general films now.
Okay.
Now, our good friend Riley was on a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah.
He came up with a brilliant idea that I now cannot escape a dinner chat, any chat. It's too addicting. What I'm going to do, guys, is I've got ChatGPT right now, and we're going to randomize 2 actors. And you are going to have to try and connect these 2 actors via other actors via films. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
But the caveat here is you can't use Marvel and DC and Star Wars. You can't use any of the 3 of them, and you have to do it in 6 or less goes.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So
Yes,
who
sir.
would like to go first?
I will.
Okay. 2.
I love
Wait,
this
you can't
game.
use Marvel, DC,
Or
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
That's
Yeah.
nuts.
Oh, and also,
So it all hinges on Harry Potter.
not really, Harry Potter's quite difficult.
If they're British.
Yeah. They're British, mate. Okay, and you also have a minute to do this.
Yeah, okay.
Okay? Okay, we're not going. This is too difficult.
Yeah, I need to know.
Who was it
them.
for the sake of it?
That was Sam Rockwell and Gugu Bathory.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't
who
know.
they are. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Justin Hammer.
okay, Henry. These are very known actors. Okay, Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah, I only know him from Atlanta. Is the only thing that
And Rachel Weisz.
Rachel Weisz. Oh, great.
And your time
What else has Lakeith
starts
Stanfield been in?
now.
Get out.
Was he in Get Out?
Get Out.
Okay, Lakeith Stanfield was in Get Out with Daniel Kaluuya. Does that count as one connection?
No help, guys.
Daniel Kaluuya was also in God, Rachel Weisz. She was in The Favourite with Emma Stone, Emma Stone was also in Superbad with Michael Cera. Michael Cera was in Barbie. How can I get to something with Daniel Kaluuya was in Black Mirror? What the hell else was Daniel Kaluuya in that wasn't Get Out? I don't know. He was in Black Mirror. God, I don't know. What else has Daniel Kaluuya been in?
Can't help you, mate.
I don't know. Michael Cera was in Barbie with Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie was also in.
There we go.
I've no idea.
That's quite tricky.
I don't know what Daniel Kaluuya.
I couldn't tell you how to.
They were both in Judas and the Black Messiah. Daniel Kaluuya and
Lakeith Stanfield.
And then I don't know how you get. Who was the other one?
Rachel Weisz.
So my route would be Lakeith Stanfield to Daniel Kaluuya, Get Out.
Yeah.
Daniel Kaluuya to like Emily Blunt and Sicario. Now if we want to connect via The Favourite, we've got to get Emily Blunt to Rachel Weisz. So how do we do that? We get
Tom Cruise. They have the Edge of Tomorrow. No, there's no link there.
No, okay, we can get Emily Blunt, can't we?
Oh, I've got it.
Go on.
I've got it. Lakeith Stanfield was in Get Out with Daniel Kaluuya.
Yep.
Daniel Kaluuya was in, what did we say?
Sicario with
Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt was in A Quiet Place with John Krasinski. John Krasinski was in If with Steve Carell. Is it 6? Steve Carell was in Battle of the Sexes with Emma Stone. Emma Stone did The Favourite.
Oh, wow. Very well done.
Yeah,
very good. Very
there
good. Great. I thought you were going to connect a TV show. And I was like, we're not doing a TV show.
No.
But there we go. So Eli, you are up next. Why am I typing your name into
Let's do it.
Okay, let's see who you have.
Oh, please be good. Please be good.
This is difficult. I might have to randomize again. This is Ben Whishaw and Keke Palmer. That's very different. That's like
no, that's
outside of him.
I think that's doable.
You could technically, but do you want to give it a crack or do you want to? No.
Let's
okay,
randomize.
fine.
Outside of MCU, I'd be stuck.
Okay, Andrew Scott and Aubrey Plaza. You reckon you could do that? Or again?
Just go Aubrey Plaza. Let's go again.
Okay. These are tricky. All right, Paul Mescal and Zazie Beetz.
Okay, cool. I can do that one.
And your time starts now.
Okay. Paul Mescal was in Gladiator 2. With Zazie Beetz with. We'll go the other way. Zazie Beetz was in. I can't use Marvel. DC. Oh my days.
Yeah, I'll give you Joker.
Okay, cool. Zazie Beetz was in Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix was in Napoleon with what's her name?
Vanessa Kirby.
Vanessa Kirby was in. I'm trying to get to Paul Mescal. Vanessa Kirby was in About Time with Margot Robbie? Yes. Margot Robbie was in Paul Mescal. I can't use DC. Oh my days. Oh damn.
Paul Mescal. Joaquin Phoenix was in Gladiator 1. Was there any actors that crossed over?
That's what I was thinking.
Connie Nielsen, yeah.
I was thinking you used a crossover and then
that's what the route I went first, but then I couldn't think of anyone that was in both. Apart from obviously.
All right, Sandy, you're up.
Oh, brilliant.
Coleman Domingo and Anya Taylor-Joy. Ready? 3.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
You want to go?
No, let's do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Right. I know literally one movie Coleman Domingo's in. It's brilliant. Right. Anya Taylor-Joy was in. What should I go with? What could get me there? Let's say Dune Part 2 with. Oh, who's a well-rounded actor? Florence Pugh. Okay. Florence Pugh was in. How do I get to Coleman Domingo? Who else was in? It's
very tricky.
I've forgotten the name of the movie now. What's the movie from last year that Coleman Domingo was in?
Sing
Sing. Who else was in Sing Sing?
A load of prisoners.
Yeah, I know. Anyone we know? Shit. Okay.
Inmate number 5.
Inmate number, yeah. Florence. Okay. that's literally the only film I know Colman Domingo from. All right. Florence Pugh was in About Time with Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield was in
We Live in Time.
We Live in Time.
Sorry, We Live in Time. Andrew Garfield was in Tick Tick Boom with Vanessa Hudgens. Vanessa Hudgens was in A High School Musical with Troy Bolton. with Zac Efron. I've got no idea how to get there. So
That is time. So
what else?
that was
Rustin.
Oh yeah, he was in Rustin.
Has he done any
he's on
voice actor work?
Candyman,
Candyman. Oh, was there a way to get to
Lincoln, If
Candyman?
Beale Street Could Talk, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, Ma
Who was in
Rainey's
that?
Black
Who the
Bottom.
hell was he in Transform?
He must have been a Transformer.
He was
Nah.
Unicron,
Yeah, of
the
course.
voice
Oh,
of Unicron.
No way. Oh wait, and it was Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah. All right, that is it, guys. That was always it's always interesting playing those ones. Some like live right in front of you. The answers live right in front of you, and the others don't. Okay, and for our fifth and final game, similar to Truth, One Lie, but I'm going to ask you guys: can you guess the comic book film from these 3 facts? All right.
Cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you guys can work together. I'll let you work together. Okay, cool. So first up,
Yeah.
and remember to and I'll read all 3 facts, then you give me your answer. This is the first movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to have its opening weekend domestic box office surpass its production cost. It cost $200 million to make, and its Thursday night, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday opening weekend domestic box office was $202 million. Your second fact. This was the first comic book / superhero film in 40 years since the original Superman to be nominated for the Academy Award for Best Music Original Score. And your third fact. One of the very few recent roles for Andy Serkis in which his real face and most of his real body are used, he has become famous for acting in a motion capture suit or supplying only a voice. What comic book film am I thinking of?
Black Panther.
Or is it Age of Ultron?
It's gotta be Black Panther.
Andy Serkis, I don't think, is in Age of Ultron.
He is.
He is. He is.
That's how he loses the arm.
I don't think Age of Ultron will be nominated for score. Black Panther,
Oh,
I
true.
could see being
Nominated for score. You're right.
Yeah.
Nominated for score. You're right.
Ludwig
You're right.
Göransson, yeah, it's Black Panther.
Yeah.
Correct. The answer is Black Panther. Well done. Up next, we have... While auditioning, the lead actor sneakily took a selfie in the suit as a memento just in case it didn't work out. The lead and supporting female co-star were friends for about a decade before being cast in the film. The director said because of that, these two already had great chemistry and a natural connection right from the beginning of the shoot. And your third fact, at 175 minutes, this is the second longest comic book movie theatrically released behind Avengers Endgame, which was 181 minutes. What film am I thinking of?
I'd say Batman. That's a long-ass film.
The first two had me thinking about... Oh yeah, the Batman, yeah. I was thinking Spider-Man, but
I was
you're
thinking
right.
Spider-Man as well, but
Spider-Man, which one?
Amazing.
honestly either, because they were all in relationships.
But I don't think
Because
they were old enough when they made TASM for Gwen and for Andrew and Emma to have a 10-year long relationship before then. There would have been about 10.
Yeah.
But Pattinson and
Kravitz, yeah. I think it is.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
The Batman.
That is correct. It is the Batman indeed.
Oh.
Well done. Okay, up next we got costing $55 million. This is the least expensive film to gross over $1 billion worldwide. Originally, Warner Bros. Wanted Martin Scorsese to make this film with Leonardo DiCaprio. However, in the end, this proved to be logistically impossible, as DiCaprio had already signed on to do Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Quentin Tarantino, which was due to start filming at the same time. Scorsese had also committed himself to another project, The Irishman. There was supposed to be an end of that sentence, but that is the end of the sentence. And finally, this film is the first R-rated movie in history to make $1 billion at the box office.
Joker.
Joker?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is Joker.
Joker.
So 3 out of 3 so far. Up next, we have The first trailer for this film received 250 million online views within the first 24 hours, the second most of any film not released by Disney after Spider-Man No Way Home in 2021 with 356 million views. By the way, the trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home was released by Sony. That's why the confusion. Up next, the director cited Top Gun Maverick as an inspiration for the way flight is depicted in this film. And thirdly, the director tweeted that the death of his father was an influence on the screenplay. The film's release date is July 11th, his father's birthday.
Superman, right?
Yeah. Soups.
That is correct, yes,
Yeah.
indeed. 4 out of 4. And for your fifth and final round. The director originally pitched it as a psychedelic horror film. This is Chapter 2 of Phase 3 in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Got it.
And finally, the film faced major backlash for whitewashing one of their main character roles. What comic book film am I thinking of?
Doctor Strange, right?
Is that your answer?
Yes.
That is correct, guys.
Yeah.
That is 5 out of 5. All done.
I had a feeling you were going to say New Mutants for a second then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
That is correct. 5 out of 5. You got all of those right. Well done. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Come on.
Guys, that concludes the game segment and that concludes the episode. Thank you guys for coming and chatting. Fantastic for playing some fun comic book film trivia games. But don't go anywhere. Like I said at the start of the episode, we are now going to be reacting to some of the internet's hottest takes on Marvel, DC, and everything in between films. So stay tuned. But for now, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And we'll catch you very soon in the next episode of the Popcorn Podcast. Cheers.
See you then.
See ya.